What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Season 4 of NHL 22 Buffalo Sabres Franchise Mode Series. We're currently 5-1 in the preseason. Dylan Cousins has 10 points in 6 games, so we're looking to be pretty good here at the start. Showing you guys the lines next year. Very excited to see how this team does. We got Connor Bedard, Dylan Cousins, Matthew Savoy in that first line. I'm calling it the Young Gun line, getting a +5. Hopefully they just dominate for us. Paterka's now on the second line with Berger and Thompson. Someone said they want him on the first line, but unfortunately we're not going to get a +5 that way, so hopefully the added ice time helps him grow. Fiala's now in the third, which is actually really good as it goes from +2 and 0 to +2 and +3. So hopefully Nazar, Quinn play better. Quinn here's got an amazing shot. It's pretty much perfect. Nazar there, really good two-way forward with some great puck skills. Fourth line here even, Isaac Ratcliffe, Peyton Krebs, JT Comfort, very solid. Defensively here, Dahlin and Nemitz on the top pair get a +5. We got Doughty, Johnson, second pair. Power Letang on the bottom, also get a +5. Power I'd like to be higher up in the lineup, but just kind of the way it works. I guess we could do 3-2-1, but 5-2-5 seems a lot better. And again, Power's on a contract here, so I wouldn't mind if he has a bit of an off year. And because of that, we get him cheaper for the next 6 years. Goaltending-wise, Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen, I hope I said his name right this time, is our starting goalie with Levi there backing him up. Both good young goalies. In terms of the special teams, we got +5 on both power plays. I feel like they're both pretty stacked. +5 on the first four-man, +2 on the second. Both PKs get a +5. Three-man's even a +2 and a +3. So I think the chemistry is the best we've had this entire series. AHL-wise as well, looking really good. Isaac Rosen, Wyatt Johnson, Miroshnichenko get a +5. Coronado, Suzuki, Lysell, Olesen, Ward, Bemstrom, Soderblom, Sochkowski, Weatherspoon. Actually didn't realize he was scratched, medium elite. Obviously got to give him the lineup. In terms of the defense here, Alexiev, Homer we just drafted, medium elite, should make the NHL next season. Tons of X Factors, some really cool ones too, like Thunderclap, Spinorama, Heatseeker, I like it. Anderson, Samuelson, second pair, Zellweger, and Laxonen on the bottom. Goalie-wise, AHL, Allenfeld starting, Harrington there, backing him up. He's got the high lead potential. Someone pointed out too, 3 games last year in the NHL, he had 3 wins, a .946 and a 1.62. So it just shows you. I think he was like a 60-something. Goalies are so weird. Obviously only 3 games, but still. He went off in that, small NHL debut. And now in terms of captaincy here, guys, after losing Ryan O'Reilly, had to name a new alternate captain. I feel like Connor Bedard's got to get it. He's going to be like probably the best player on this team after this season, I think. So I'll show you guys the ratings here to start this season. We should be pretty solid. 99 offense was incredible. 92 defense, 86 goalie. Of course, Ottawa there now has Austin Matthews in our division. Hate to see that, but we'll see how we do. Again, should be a playoff team, even more so than last year. Let's see what happens. And this is kind of funny, guys. After we traded Jonathan Toews to the Winnipeg Jets, we're trying to trade him back to us with 2/3 for Isaac Rosen and Zellweger, who are 2 really good prospects, so obviously saying no. And now look at this, guys. The Nashville Predators are offering us Cody Glass, who's unsigned, for Hedin and Koskaranta, both unsigned prospects of our own. Medium top 6, medium top 4 defenseman. Hedin here, 2068, was a second-round pick. He looks pretty good. Nice shot on him. Koskaranta there was a first-round pick. And then you got Cody Glass here, 86 overall. I mean, he's a really good player. The thing is, we don't really have a spot for him. I think it makes more sense to hold on to the guys that are going to be kind of better in the future. Hopefully, cheaper than whatever money Glass will ask for. And now finally here, guys, we're having a great year. We're currently 21-9-2 at the end of December. Second in the division behind the Senators. Of course, they'd be first after signing Matthews. Look at that. Bergeron, 39-32. He's popping off. AHL-wise, Wyatt Johnson over a point per game. AHL teams also second in their division, so far so good. And now at the trade deadline, we have an even better record, 42-15-3, absolutely killing it. First place in the division there with 87 points. And we're second in the NHL behind only the Rangers, who having an even better season than us. Jonathan Bergeron there, still over a point per game. Love to see that. AHL-wise, Wyatt Johnson still over a point per game. AHL teams first in their division, and they're not first in the AHL, they're third. So both teams playing really, really well. Honestly, we're just going to be looking for kind of like the best trade you can possibly make. Oh my goodness. You got Draisaitl on the block. That would be insane. The trade value would be tough to make work, but that would be insane. I don't think I've honestly ever gotten Draisaitl 2 in a franchise. Teemu Maya there. O'Reilly's on the block for Edmonton as well. Hanifin, Trocheck, Kapanen, Chychrun, Kane, Garland, and Glass, of course. Glass actually can't play till next year. If we could somehow get Draisaitl, that'd be nuts. Alright guys, so check out this massive trade offer I'm making the Edmonton Oilers for Leon Draisaitl. Obviously an amazing player. 95 overall. He's currently got 82 points in 64 games. Just ridiculous. I'm sure he's playing with McDavid, which is helping. I'm offering up Fiala, exact same money. 89 overall, so 6 overall less. Not producing as much as he is on our third line right now. I think he's actually pretty similar aged. Yeah, Draisaitl's 1 year older there. And Fiala, of course, is still a really good player, but not on Draisaitl's level. And because of that, we're also giving out Weatherspoon here, medium elite forward prospect. We have 4th line AHL. Peyton Krebs kind of like on the outs for us, but could get going with them. 1st round pick. No way it should be a lottery pick this year. As well, I had Olesen added there. Gonna have to redo this now, but I think they might say yes, because that's a huge package. Alright guys, let's see. The Edmonton Oilers want to do this trade. Trade's rejected. Wow, I thought it was pretty close. So the only thing left we can really do is exchange Olesen for another 1st round pick. I mean, Fiala, Weatherspoon, Levi, 2 firsts. They're literally getting another 1st line forward back. Medium elite prospect forward. Medium elite goalie who's young. He's no longer a prospect. Like, he's an NHL goalie, 2 firsts. Come on. Wow. I just don't think it's meant to be. And next year, guys, I'm actually circling back to the Nashville Predators to try and get Cody Glass. I kind of like the fact that he's going to sit out this year. Usually when that happens, they ask for a lot less money because, like, they didn't play last season. 86 overall, so we can get him for, like, $2 or $3 million next summer. That'd be an amazing contract. Also getting a 3rd round pick back as we're giving up Peyton Krebs, who, again, kind of on the outs with us, only playing 4th line. I feel like, Asplund can easily replace him. Then Olesen here, he's like 3rd line for us in the AHL. He's not too bad, but we've got a lot of guys in front of him who are just kind of playing more, producing better. So I wouldn't mind upgrading these 2 for Cody Glass. See what the Preds say. Trades rejected, close to fair value. Does a 4th make them say yes? It does. Okay, there we go. I think that was a nice move. And real quick here, guys, we got 20 minutes left. I'm trying to make a trade with Arizona Coyotes for Jacob Chychrun, offering up Chris Letang, who's dropped down to 84. Our 1st round pick this year, hopefully 32, with a 3rd back. Trades rejected. Okay, honestly, I feel like we need to get value, but also time's running out. Let's try just a 4th. There we go. Okay, so you guys might think it was a lot to give up, but Letang dropped in rating. We're not going to be bringing him back. Chychrun's still quite young. 1st round pick should be like 32. 26 years old, 86 overall. I'm thinking, too, probably trade Doughty at the draft, as Homer will definitely take Doughty's spot. So we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That'll be our NHL defenseman for next year, which looks really good. I think the oldest one would actually be Chychrun at 26. Like, the future of this blue line is looking amazing. Connor Garland actually got dealt in the dying seconds for 2 seconds to the Blues. Petrano to the Senators there. Of course, our trade for Cody Glass. Dvorak to the Blue Jackets. Gavrikov there to the Oilers. Kapanen there goes back to the Minnesota Wild. Alex Nylander to the Flyers. Domestikov to the Golden Knights. Anderson to the Jets. Adam Larson to Carolina. And you got Dahlin there going to the Maple Leafs. But overall, really not too many trades. Kevin Shattenkirk. 78. Okay, yeah, definitely going to pass. Alright, guys, so just updated the lines after the trade deadline. Really excited to see how this team's going to do. So forward-wise, I think the top 9 is the exact same. And the 4th line's now Comfort, Asplund, Ratcliffe. Defensively, definitely looking different. Dahlin, Nemec +5 top pair. Doughty, Power +5 2nd. With Johnson, Chychrun on the bottom pair. So, I mean, not as good chemistry, but the +5 in the 2nd pair I think will be more impactful than on the bottom. Plus Power's playing more. In terms of the special teams, I think they're pretty much the same. I don't even think actually Chychrun gets in on any of the PKs. So we kind of made that trade just to get him on the bottom pair and then obviously have him for next year, hopefully 2. AHL-wise, look at that. +5, +1, +2, +1. Weatherspoon's down the 3rd line with Ward and Maggio. You got Bemstrom, Sarblom, 4th line. It looks pretty good defensively. I think it's the same. So hopefully both these teams keep playing well and we'll make a deep playoff run in both leagues. And so in the season here, guys, we have a record of 56, 23, and 3. So an incredible season for us. 115 points. Wow, 1 win behind the Golden Knights there for the President's Trophy. AHL team, though, 58, 18, and 6. 122. They also, I think, 1 win behind Ontario Reign there for the President's Trophy in the AHL. Gee, so close there in both leagues. Wyatt Johnson over point per game, 84-82. NHL-wise, Jonathan Bergeron, 90-82. So, love that trade made for him. So everyone else in this team did. Behind him, you got Tage Thompson, 73. Cousin, 69. Nice. Bedard, 68. I mean, you'd honestly like more, though, from him playing 1st line with guys like Savoy and Cousins. I feel like that top line should have went off more. Dahlin, 66, really good for D-man. Peterka, 56 is solid. Fiala at almost 50. Quinn there at 34 goals. Nazar, 39, his rookie year isn't too bad. Power there, Doughty. I thought for sure Savoy was going to win the Calder because he's 89 overall rookie season, but I don't know if 63 will be enough. Goaltending stats here. Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen, .906 and 2.95. That's solid. Levi's stats there, not too bad. Although he does have a negative record, which is a little bit concerning, I'd say. So after Johnson, the AHL, Suzuki was a point per game. You'd think he'd have to get up to an 80 after this. Coronado is almost a point per game. Miroshnichenko 66, Rosen 62. That rookie D-man, wow, 54 points. Bemstrom 48. Not much ice time, that's impressive. Even Alexiev there, 47. Lysell, Ward, okay. Goalie stats here, Alan Felt, 0.905, 2.46. Looks pretty good. So I'll quickly here, guys, check the entire league. I don't think we're going to have a top scorer. Wow, Mark Stone. Don't expect to see him winning our Ross Trophy. 117. Eichel's with him. Still doesn't win a Stanley Cup, though. McDavid. Stutz slowing off. Playing with Matthews, I'm sure. Marner still did well without Matthews, 107. Aho, McKinnon. Draisaitl there. Nietzsche. Goals, Eichel at 60. Win the Maurice Richard. Defensive scoring, D'Angelo 95. Dahlin was on the first page, though, which is pretty cool. Goalie stats here. Are you kidding me? Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen, most wins. That could be something, although his save percentage has to be decent. Shesterkin's was the highest at .914. Probably has the lowest goals against as well. He does. I don't know if he'll win the Vezina, though. And then rookie skaters, come on. Wow, Brendan Brisson, 23 years old. He's actually a couple years older than Savoy. Just breaks in the NHL right now. Puts up 74. He's going to steal the Calder from Savoy. That sucks. And I just realized, too, Jack Quinn was also a rookie. You can see there, 47 points with 34 goals. And then, of course, Nazar below him. Like, we had a few good rookies this year. I can't believe not going to be taking home the Calder. Entire league here, Carolina first, Vegas second. Oh, sorry, we were third. I didn't even notice Carolina there with 119. Ottawa finished fifth, so 5 teams with 100-plus points. 18 there, Winnipeg Jets gets in. Last place in the NHL is the New York Islanders with 59 points. Goals for, we were fifth in the NHL. Goals against, we had the third best. So overall, I think, like I said, a very, very solid season. Now we just got to get lucky here with the playoff sim. This is our first time in the playoffs, so hopefully it goes well for us. Who are we actually going to be playing here? The Pittsburgh Penguins. Okay, so not sure if Crosby and Malkin are still there. Obviously, Letang is not, but I know Sid is. You can see he's playing with Gensel, Rust, first line. Captain, Dickinson, and Zucker. I mean, Dickinson at your 2C is a bit rough. He's the same range as Bemstrom, who we have on the fourth line in the AHL. Krug there, and Myers, Marino, Joseph, Peterson, Ruda. Goalies, Bobrovsky, interesting, to Smith. So they traded for Bobrovsky. I think I actually remember that trade. Was it Chris Letang? I don't know, but I do remember that being a bit of a blockbuster, though, in terms of just the cap being moved. So the first 2 games here at home in Buffalo, 6-4 loss and a 5-4 OT loss. We cannot get swept first round, can we? Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? Our team was so much better than theirs. And literally in every area. We had better forwards, better defensemen, better goaltending. That is a joke. AHL team, moving on, they beat the Cleveland Monsters there round 1. So I would love if they can make a run here. Now we got Laval next here. Hopefully I said that right. I know people are saying I had like the pronunciation a little bit off. Let's see. So we win the first 4 games. We sweep them. Springfield Thunderbirds up next. Let's see. Up 2-0. Our AHL team hasn't lost. I jinxed it. As soon as I was about to say haven't lost a game, we lose our first. But Tucson Roadrunners again here in the Calder Cup final. We won the first game. Oh my gosh, we're up 3. Can we sweep the Tucson Roadrunners to be Calder Cup champions? Here we go. 2-2. Maggio, Suzuki. Okay. 5-3 for them. That's probably all she wrote. Johnston got our lone goal there in that period. 4-5. Johnston again, but not going to be enough. So Tucson stops themselves from being swept. Honestly, that's probably for the best, though, because we can go home for Game 5 here and win the Calder Cup from the home crowd. 0-0 after 1. 1-0. There's no way. 3-1. Okay. Come on, guys. It's 2 games in a row. Let's not be crazy here. If they win this game, I'm going to start sweating. We better close it out here. 2-0 lead. Rosen, Miroshnichenko. Still 2-0. No way. Okay, there we go. Svechkovsky, the OT winner, winning us not only the game and the series, but also the Calder Cup. There we go. That was a little too close, though, after the 3-0 series lead, but still, I'll take it. And look at this, guys. Your Stanley Cup champions are the Anaheim Ducks. That's kind of crazy. Like, I don't know how they're doing that good that fast. Obviously, they have Zegras and Draisaitl to build around, but I don't know. A lot of the other younger players don't usually grow too much. LA there jumped from 7-1 to draft Michael Misa. Are you kidding me? So they're so deep down the middle now. They have him, Byfield, Turcotte. Like, come on. Cousins there was a point per game, unfortunately. Just was not enough. Take a look here at the Ducks playoff tree. So they went through the Kraken in 6, Golden Knights in 5, Blackhawks in 5, and then beat the Leafs there in 7. So again, Eichel still without a Stanley Cup. So we still haven't lost that challenge yet. And right there you can see Anaheim Ducks Stanley Cup champions. Obviously, you know, the team awards, Mark Stone, Art Ross, and the Hart. D'Angelo, James Norris, back-to-back years. Jeez, I'm pretty sure I actually lowered his rating a bit. Still good offensively, not so good defensively, but he's just tearing it up in terms of the points he's producing. McKinnon, Lady Bing, Brisson did get the Calder, that sucks. Zegers, Smythe, Shishkin, Vezina, along with William Jennings. Roy there, Bill Masterton, Jets coach Jack Adams. Selke there goes to Couturier, Stone, Ted Lindsay, Eichel, Maurice Richard. So big year there for Vegas. In the AHL, of course, we won the Calder Cup, and we actually kind of get revenge there on the Tucson Roadrunners who won it last year. We didn't win the regular season. We're going to get second, like I said, so best in the East. I'll take that. Individual here, Tyler Mott, most points. Grand's MVP, interesting. Lafreniere there, most goals. Homer here, the one best rookie, who's our defenseman. We just drafted like number 4 or 5. Grand's best defenseman. So Grand's here, won MVP as a D-man. We got to go check him out. Calgren, best goalie. Johnston, MVP of the playoffs. Love it. Royer Waugh, not sure. Sportsmanship. Schmidt there, community involvement. And then Mrazek, lowest goals against. Okay. And wow, look at that, guys. I wanted to see Grand's stats for this year. 77 points, plus 69. Wow, this guy popped off. I don't think I've ever seen him do that well, but that's kind of like the fun of franchise. Once in a while, guys will just have insane years, and they'll really just grow a ton more than normal, which I feel like is why you play, just to see, you know, guys kind of go off like that. So, looking at retired players here, Ryan Getzlav calls it quits. The year the Ducks win the Cup, it's kind of funny. Unfortunately, he was not with the team anymore. Jeff Carter there, Paul Stastny, Brent Burns, Letang. Okay, so that was a great trade we made since he retired, so there's no way we could have kept him. Lucic, Giordano, Simmons, Backlund. Check goalies here. Devin Dubnyk, Jonathan Bernier, Grice. Everyone else here is just a free agent now. And so we're entering the draft now, guys. It does really suck we traded away our first rounder. Then we got booted in the first round. Like, it just hurts so much. And look at that, guys. Like I mentioned, Michael Misa, high elite, going first overall. Are you kidding me? He had 126 points, 68 games, which means he was averaging like 2 points a game. I'm really curious to see what his rating will be out of the draft, because this is the first time I've been in a franchise with him. So I'm very, very curious. And right here, guys, I'm trying to look at gems, and I guess we don't have any, so that kind of sucks. But we do have a guaranteed medium elite goalie going in the second round. He's supposed to go like the last pick in the second round too, so definitely have to try and get him. And now next year, guys, we're trying to trade Drew Doughty. Like I mentioned, $11 million is a lot of money. We have 6 other defensemen who can play in the NHL, so I'd rather kind of get rid of that contract. Actually trying to trade him to his old rival there, San Jose Sharks, asking for 2 second rounders back. The value might be a bit on their side, but they do want Doughty. We'll see what they say. Trades rejected. I kind of thought that would happen. Luckily, they have a ton of second rounders, so we could take back 61 and 63. Maybe this goes through. It's trade rejected still. Oh man, what if we go 61, 78? I'm just trying to get rid of his contract, and I want a late second for that medium elite goalie. They still say no. Try making this trade with the Flames for their second this year and a third next year. Trades rejected. I mean, we should be able to get more than just the second. What about a 4th round pick next year? That seems to be pretty fair value. There we go. Okay, we'll definitely be able to get that medium elite goalie. As you guys can see here, Michael Misa, first overall, 79 high elite. I'm honestly surprised he didn't have a high rating in that, considering how much he tore up juniors. Yakubov there, 80 medium elite. Same with Lindback. Comrie was 81. So the 4 guys behind him are all medium elite. Usually there's 5 though. I wonder, did some team get a steal? I'm not seeing them, so maybe there was actually only 4 this year because Michael Misa exists. The game just decided to give out less. And you know what, guys? I'm actually going to see if the Montreal Canadiens will give us a 4th round pick to move up 10 spots. They do. Okay, so our goalie wasn't supposed to go to like 60-something. We were picking him pretty early. I feel like we can still get him here. And now, obviously, we have that free 4th round pick to hopefully land somebody good. There's our goalie, Felix Grice. Please be good. 47, so he's lower rated, but he still is medium elite potential. Next pick here, round number 3. Okay, Oliver was next to go. Could be medium elite. You have a guaranteed starter goalie, but we just got an elite, so I think we can pass on him. Come on, from Ottawa 67s. 61 medium top 6. Could have been better, but not terrible. And now we have pick number 99 here. I feel like you got a hit on this one, just for the great one. Can't mess it up. Guaranteed medium top 6. Probably low top 6. Honestly, I might take another goalie here. Francesco Stewart. Kind of like the best looking one. And he's medium elite. Okay, so yeah, that was the pick. Couple of medium elite goalies there. I'm sure one, if not both, will end up being traded. But again, they're just kind of nice assets to have. Look at the rest of our pins. Next here, maybe Swift. Should be low top 4. Could kind of go for Falk. Supposed to go late in the draft, so I guess we'll take Swift first. 59 low top 6. That could have been better. Now this Taro Nattinen guy is supposed to have NHL ETA 3 years. Could be medium elite. Let's take a chance on him. 62 medium top 9. Not terrible. I see the Sharks just got a high starter goalie, which is actually really good value. So next pick here, let's take Falk, who I was mentioning before. He's supposed to go soon. And medium 7th D. Not great. And next up, we actually have a couple pins. So Corrado and Stoll. Still a guaranteed low elite center, which I think makes more sense for us to take right now since we have so many goalies already. But honestly, guys, in case that other goalie is medium elite, going to try and move up here. Giving up a 7th rounder, move up 7 spots. Yeah, Vegas says yes. I feel like they had to there. So hopefully this guy is medium elite. Even if he's not, we only give up a 7th. And he is. Oh my gosh. So we got 3 47 overall medium elite goalies all in the same draft. Whoever our goalie scouts are, like, they're insane. The rest of the scouts, they're kind of average. Alright guys, so now in the re-sign phase, we have 32 million in cap space. We have a lot of players to re-sign. Luckily, most of the ones that want a lot of money are RFAs, so just going to qualify everyone here to make sure we don't lose them. I think Owen Power here will get signed first. 6.8 for 4. Pretty reasonable. For 6, 7.9. Alright, let's try like 4 years at 6.5. I think he'll do that, and I feel like that's honestly pretty fair. Peterka here is now an 87, wants 5.2 for 3. That's actually really fair as well. Let's try, if he goes for 4.75 for an 87, that's a bit of a steal. Berggren's going to want a lot. He led our team in scoring. Yeah, $10 million for him. Kind of too much money. I think we're going to have to play hardball, kind of wait him out. Cody Glass, settled all last year. He wants $5 million. That's kind of a lot as well, so we'll try to wait him out. Chikrin, we made that trade for. We need to re-sign him to keep him, to not lose on this trade. 3 years till he's 30. Let's try like 5.25. I feel like that's fair. And there we go. Owen Power accepted his offer. Chikrin wants more money. Peterka wants more money. So I guess we'll try 5 million right on for Peterka. For Chikrin, we'll try 5.5. And that's pretty much all we have to re-sign. So we actually might have the money. Looking at goaltenders, I mean, these two we're definitely going to let go. And then we got both of our AHL goalies and NHL goalies under contract. And look at this, guys. The 3 47 medium league goalies. That's just hilarious. And look at this, guys. Matt Coronado's down 80 overall at 22 years old. Only wants the league minimum. Even for 3 years, that's the case. What if we got him for 6? Oh my gosh. Okay. 6 years, 850K. We just, like, if I just put him on the third line, he's going to pop off. Look at his shot there. I mean, we don't really have the forward spots. We might honestly, though, have to trade Fiala to keep the rest of these guys. And also, it kind of just makes sense in terms of, like, roster spots. We have so many young players who need NHL ice time. Like, we just don't have enough for everybody. And look at this. Coronado said yes to that 6-year deal, 850K, which is unreal. Chikrin's coming back, too. We'll see if Peterka says yes. He did. Okay, so all we have left to re-sign is Berggren and Glass. And we have 18 million, so we actually could get them both signed. I just feel like 10 million for Berggren's a little bit much for me. And honestly, too, guys, and look at the contract situation. If we don't trade Fiala this summer, we'll definitely have to trade him next summer to afford the Savoy and Bedard raises, as they're going to be big. And offer Glass 1 year here at 5 million. He'll still be an RFA after that. And that way, if we don't need him, we could hopefully get some picks or trade him away, whatever. Berggren, like I said, I think we're going to play hardball on and hopefully get a bit cheaper. Now, Glass actually rejected our contract offer, so I think I'll probably just wait on him. Should be ready for free agency now. 18 million to spend. Could have even more if we trade away Fiala. Again, it'll probably be a short-term deal we're looking to make because Bedard and Savoy are going to command so much money. All right, so here we go, guys. Free agency. Oh my God. Mitch Marner. Matthews leaves. Now Marner's leaving Toronto. Kind of feel bad for him. We don't really need a forward, especially at $15 million. He wants more money than Matthews, which is kind of funny because he wanted Matthews' money when he signed that first deal. Theodore, 91 overall D-man, $12.5 million. Marchand, I mean, Theodore we could get just for 1 year and then leave that rookie in the AHL for 1 extra year. Like, that might not be the worst thing. Same goes for Marner even. Lambert's an RFA. Berggren, of course, our player. Marchand would be deadly. Victor Hedman, thing is, 87 overall. He's dropped in rating. O'Reilly could bring back. There's a lot of players here, that's for sure. Take a look at goalies out of curiosity. Swayman, is he a UFA? He's an RFA. 89. Leonard there. You got Vanacek, 84, only wants 1.7. Take a look at two-way goalies here. Look at potentials. Merlainen here, 22.79 low starter. That's pretty good, but we're already set at goalie. And look at this, Ryan Merkley, 24.77 low elite. I'll give him a contract offer in case, just helps out the AHL team. Even Samuel Poulin here, 24.80, medium top 6, power forward. He could actually be a solid fourth liner. Let's do 3 years, 150K, see what he says. Alright guys, so I was looking around for where to trade Fiala, and I noticed that Lindstein's on the block for Detroit. Obviously, great prospect. 2070, 6th overall pick, 2023. Should probably be higher rated than that at this point, but that's okay. I feel like, we can get him up there. Weatherspoon here is pretty good, but 1 overall lower, 1 year older. That's why he was a 4th round pick. And a 3rd rounder there. I don't know why Lindstein's on the block, but if we can get him, that'd be amazing. I feel like we have a lot more forward depth and defensive. See what the Red Wings say. Trades rejected. I mean, they don't really want Weatherspoon, but if we make him an offer they can't refuse, Him in a second for Lindstein. Come on. Now I see that they like Bemstrom and Asplund, who's actually going to try and get rid of because they're basically done growing. Really nowhere for them to play. Can we just add them potentially without a pick? Okay, trade rejected. So I'll go and add that pick with these guys. Come on. There we go. Trades accepted. I feel like that's a great move for us. And you know what I'm thinking, guys? Before we trade away Kevin Fiala, I'm first going to try and sign Shea Theodore here to a huge contract. I feel like our forwards, we already have 99 offense. There's no point to add more forwards. But Theodore, 1 year. What do you want for 7-12? Yeah, 1 year. Let's try like 14 million. And if he says yes, we'll then go trade away Fiala. If he says no, we'll just re-sign Berger and Glass and kind of work from there. All right, so Ryan Merkley accepted his offer. That'll help the AHL team. Poulin rejected. Doesn't want a two-way, even though he was literally available as a two-way player. Theodore said yes. Okay, so that's huge. Our defense just got nuts. And I'm sorting two-way players by overall. Look at all the 80 pluses. That's crazy. So Poulin's still there. I mean, if he doesn't want a two-way, like, that's fine. Ottawa's trying to steal him from us. Okay, come on. Let's get 950K for 2 years. He's still only 24. I feel like Alex Killorn could potentially be a really good fourth line forward too. 35, 81. He's got 85 poise. He's pretty much good stats everywhere. For league minimum, like worst case, we'll just bury him in the AHL. Alright guys, next time I'm trying to trade Kevin Fiala along with some extra players to the Jets for a first round pick. Samuelson's basically done growing. Same with Laxonen, Nato, and Von Barnico there, like okay prospects. 22.75 medium top 9. Willing to move on from these guys if it helps us get a first with Fiala. See what the Jets say. Trades rejected. I thought that was a pretty fair ask. Honestly, we need to clear the cap. What about, oh wow, a second next year and a year after that? Doesn't seem nearly worth enough, but maybe we could get, wow, they don't even have a third this year, so this is a real futures trade. 2 seconds, 2 thirds. Is that worth less than a first for some reason? No, okay, let's do 2 seconds and a third. There we go, okay, so cleared up some cap space. I feel like we definitely sold low there on Fiala, but kind of had to be done just to, again, help us out for next season. Especially since I think he would have been playing third line again, so his value might have been even lower this time next year. There we go, guys. Samuel Poulin accepted our new offer, so good to see. Along with Alex Killorn, who might be fourth line for us, we'll see. I'm just going to offer you guys some Minnesota Wild. Christian Dvorak. They want one of our medium league goalies, and they want Matthew Ward. He's only making $2 million. He's an 83 with decent defensive stats, but I think Killorn's are about as good, and Killorn's, pennies on the dollar. And so I simmed all the way to the end of August here, guys, hoping to get a better deal on both Bergeron and Glass. You can see that they're actually the two best free agents available right now. They both want a 1-year deal. Wow, yeah, look at Bergeron's jumps way up. Glass, we actually wanted to do 1 year originally on anyways. 2 years, just under 5. We have 12. So maybe we'll do this, because if we do Bergeron 1 year, we still have him under contract. So let's try Glass here, 2 years, 4.5 for 86. He'll be, third line for us, so he definitely could produce, especially if he's on the power play. And then Bergeron, I guess we're going to do, oh man, 2 years, it just gets, way too much. 8 years, he wants 17 million. Yeah, it's a little bit too much. So we'll try, I don't know, 6.25 for 1. He'll definitely say yes. Leave us with about $1 million in cap space. And there we go, guys. Bergeron said yes. Glass rejected. I thought it was going to be the other way around, if anything. Glass has asked for 2 years now, 4.8, so we'll do 4.75. Literally 50K under. And I think it should be dropping as we keep simming because we're now in September. And that's honestly really good value there for Glass. Once he says yes, there we go, okay. Alright guys, we're now to start next season. I'm very excited to see how this team's going to do next year. I feel like we better not be a first round exit and, a 4-0 sweep at that. As you can see here, we got Bedard, Cousins, Savoy on that first line. They're all 90 plus, getting the +5. We got Thompson, Bergeron, and Peterka on the second line, which looks good at +2. Glass, Nazar, Quinn on the third. No boost, but I mean, they're all 86s. That's a stacked third line. I actually would rather Quinn on the second, but it goes down to +1. Killorn, Comfort, Ratcliffe, I feel is a very solid fourth line. Defensively here, we're stacked. Dahlin, Theodore, Johnson, Chikrin, Power, Nemec. This was kind of the best chemistry I could find. Again, would rather Power up there in the top 4. I guess you could do that, but then Dahlin's on the bottom, so that doesn't make sense. And like Theodore, you want playing more, so could do this too, but then Theodore and Bauer on the bottom, like that's 3 of our best 6. Seems a bit strange to me, so we're going to rock something like that. Goalie-wise, Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen, 89 overall now. Levi's at 86, backing him up. Like, this team is so stacked. In terms of the AHL team even, look at this. First line, Rosen, Johnston, Miroshnichenko. Johnston and Miroshnichenko are both 83s, and they got nowhere to go. Like, 83 is not good enough to make the third line. You got to be 86. And then fourth line, they're wasted. Second line, Lysell, Suzuki, Coronado. I noticed Coronado, I thought, signed like that 7-year deal with us at $800K or whatever, but apparently he just signed his qualifying offer at 1 year. So I'm hoping leave him in the AHL this season, and we can get that contract signed again, and then maybe next year we'll call him up. Suzuki surprisingly hasn't grown, even though he had a point per game last year. He usually is a bust, so I should have known, even though he's putting up good stats. Wasn't going to change anything. Third line's kind of nasty. Poulin, Ward, Maggio. Even that fourth line, Tchaikovsky, Soderblom, Ellis. Defensively here, Homer's an 83 now. Doesn't make our top 6 because we signed Theodore. If not, he would have been in the NHL, but hopefully just sets like AHL records here. He's playing with Anderson's an 81, Zellweger, Alexei on the second pair, Lindstein's bottom pair with Merkley. Like, AHL team looks so good. 84 starting goalie in Allenfelt, Harrington there, high elite, 78 backing him up. I don't know, guys. Like, we have such a good team, and I think I checked. We still have like $5 million in cap space. It's pretty incredible, honestly. Like, we better start making a run though, because I don't really know what else to do for this team. So looking at our ratings, 100 offense, 96 defense, not quite 100, and 90 goaltending. I will take that. Hopefully, like I said, this team is not a first-round exit again next year. But that's where we're going to end this episode, guys. If you enjoyed it, leave that thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit the sub button down below. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a nice day. Goodbye.